Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now finally we do have an update on Valkyrie and Hulkling, because as many of you know, quite a while ago, basically as people acquired Valkyrie and Hulkling, a lot of people immediately noticed that there's something seems to be off with the damage numbers. And Kabam kind of said, okay, we're going to look into it. They never confirmed anything about it precisely. And then obviously a lot of Kabam's white knights on the forum lived to kind of like gaslight people, saying like, oh no, you're just imagining things. That's how they have always been and whatnot. And finally, we do actually have kind of an update in the situation. And most importantly here, a confirmation that something's wrong with those champions. So let's get to it. Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Quick update on this issue. The team has been actively digging into this since the reports came in, pinpointing the exact root cause and determining the right way to address it. It is more complex than simply observing lower damage numbers and tweaking a few values. If it were that straightforward, we'd already have the solution deployed. Yesterday was holiday, and with the long weekend, much of the team was offline. Like I mentioned before, these are real people doing the work. This isn't an area I can personally hotfix or adjust on my own. I'm not going to make people work on the weekends or holidays. First of all, can he? Like, that's a good question. It's like, can he? And second of all, it is also quite evident that this is the type of issue that they have disregarded as we're gonna get to it when we get to it. You know what I mean? If this was like one $10 offer that people are unable to purchase, the game would have been brought down, everybody would have been woken up in the middle of the night, and it would have gotten fixed like that. Since this thing doesn't actively cost them money, they have clearly kind of like pushed it in the background. Kind of similar to the Elder difficulty, you know, having to do the classic one to enter the Elder difficulty. I don't think a single rational, reasonable human being thinks that Kabam legitimately needs, you know, somebody working on it for like what 4 months now for them to actually change that we don't have to do the classic difficulty to enter the elders one. And it's quite ridiculous. It's been like 4 months and they still haven't done it. So again, it is quite obvious that this is like one of those things that affects players but doesn't affect Kabam. So they're like, nah, we're gonna get to it when we get to it. Alright, that little rant on aside. That said, there is definitely an issue. This was pretty apparent from the start. Good progress has been made and the team has now identified the underlying cause. This again like makes me think immediately about, first of all, why didn't you confirm that there's an issue like earlier? Did it really take up until now? Second of all, how does exactly it goes wrong? The same thing when those like random 90 units appeared after an update in like 9.2 quest, which is like completely random quest, completely random thing happens for completely random reason. Why? I just like humanly I'm not able to kind of like visualize the sequence of actions that leads to this. And I suppose it's kind of like similar thing here. It's like who did what wrong where that this has made into the game. You know what I mean? But yes, this is actually a solid confirmation that there is an issue with Valkyrie and Hulkling. I'll be connecting with a few key people tomorrow once they're back in the office to finalize the plan and timeline. Once that's locked in, I'll share a clearer update with the wider community. But ultimately, as expected, there will be a fix and these champions will perform as they are expected to. Then there are obviously quite a few comments removed. Because I believe not everybody's quite happy with this. But yes, okay, so good. There was an issue after all. I don't care about the timelines much as I do know that this will be #1 priority. I ranked up both, so I can't wait to... I do have Hulkling ranked up, but I haven't ranked up Valkyrie, but yeah, seemingly well. On the flip side, it does mean that Valkyrie is going to get better. Eventually. On the bad side, we have no clue when and what and how it's going to get done and how that actually going to look like. But again, it's just kind of wild that this randomly happens, isn't it? And yeah, this entire escapade has been, I'd say, less than stellar from Kabam's part with them addressing it. There hasn't been like any official acknowledgement. There hasn't been anything like that. And even now, the only kind of like confirmation that it is in fact an issue is like a reply in the thread. But I do think it's important that people do know about it, hence this video. Additionally speaking, we do have an update on this, which is Doctor Strange Prestige is getting buffed. So this is like another fairly significant thing, I'd say. With his reverse launch in the Battle Realm, Doctor Strange forgot to bring his new prestige with him from a previous dimension. With his launch in the Battle Realm today, we have updated Doctor Strange prestige to be a lot higher than it was last week. Naturally, specific prestige is highly dependent on the rank and signature level. For a baseline 7th rank for Doctor Strange prestige will be 33,480. So let's see where 33,480 would land you. And I believe that it is here. 480. So he would be spot number 18 now, pushing down Imperios and Carolina, which does make him a top 30 prestige champion, which does make him, again, a viable SIG investment and all that stuff. So this is one of those things, kind of like take it for what you will. It is kind of obvious that Kabam is aiming to drop a ton of prestige champions now because of the top 30. Everybody's chasing prestige. It's a good way for them to kind of entice spending. So I kind of expect vast majority of the champions Kabam released to be in between like top 15 to top 20, like, or top 30. I don't expect them to quite take this part up too much, but I do expect like every other new champion being within the top 30. You know what I mean? Where if you do rank it, you gain a very marginal increase, but it isn't going to drastically change it. So I think they're being quite cheeky with that, because if you look at it again, like Lizard lives there, Imperiosa lives there, Stellar Starforge Star-Lord is going to be here, Torgen Foster is in this area, like Valkyrie has come back to this, Frankencastle Dracula is here. It's like in between spots like 18 to 30 is where Kabam is basically dropping the new champions these days. So I think it's gonna get old and quite fast, but fair enough. I guess that is their plan moving forward. But these have been the updates. I do have a few more videos to record for you, probably after I get some sleep, because tomorrow we're gonna get Colosseum, we're gonna get the new part of Rhino Quest, and we're gonna get glitch incursions. So that should be quite an exciting day. Let me know what you guys think about the whole Hulkling and Valkyrie situation, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next